my peoples? It's your boy Kenny, man. I'm back one time for your mind. Welcome to the OBF the Family channel, people. Make sure you guys subscribe and hit the like button. We highly appreciate it if you guys can donate to the channel. Go to the Cash App, OBF the Real. We highly appreciate anything that you can donate. Shout out. What the hell? Shout out to Mel P, my brother, for his donation last night. He dropped 40. So shout out to my brother. What up, Booker? And to everybody else that donates to the channel. Weezy donates every month. So shout out to Weezy. There's a couple other people. LT, everybody, the whole family. Anyway, people. Cause I want to do a couple of shows today. But my fucking allergies is acting up bad. It's this weather, man. It's like yesterday was warm, and now it's raining and shit, and it's kind of chilly and shit. It's like it's fucking with my allergies. And I don't know what the fuck is going on. But the only thing to help it is to take my allergy pills. But if I take my allergy pills, I ain't gonna be able to drink. And fuck not be able to drink. I don't really care about that too much. But I be on this bitch like a zombie. So it puts me to sleep. So I'm debating if I'm gonna take my allergy pills or not, but I'm gonna do the first show of the day, because I promised y'all that we was gonna get back to doing shows, and I'm on vacay. Okay, this is my first day of vacation, so people, this is how much I love y'all. When I get a vacation time, I get time off, I come and try to give y'all the information, and so we can make some decisions, some good decisions in life, learn something, and at the same time have fun. People, you know me, I like to have fun. You know what I mean? Everything can't be so fucking serious. Like if you're serious all the time, like when the time you got some time to like that relax and play around and have fun. You know what I'm saying? Plus my daughter's always on 100, so I don't know how not to have no fun. So my daughter make you want to have fun. But anyway, let's get into this first story, man. Listen, you're gonna find out the guy name through this clip. My point of the whole clip for me to deliver to y'all is that this is what I was talking about, where like I don't think that white people have the right to tell me what's racist as a black person in this country, because a lot of these white people play with racism, right? And so now they trying to confuse and confuse people of what is the definition of a racist. In this clip right here, I'm gonna prove to you what is a racist. See, I always keep telling you, they don't necessarily have to call you racist words. They can use certain words and have certain types of beliefs and still be a fucking racist. It's the same thing. It's like a loud person to somebody that's kind of quiet. You know what I mean? They can still have the same agenda. It doesn't necessarily mean that you got to be just this loud motherfucker to have the same agenda as a quiet person. So, they trying to confuse these things. And we just gonna break it down. What actually is a racist? What is the words, the lingo, the ideology of it, the definition of it for real? What is a racist? So white people can stop trying to confuse black people. We know what a racist is. We know what a racist is more than anybody in the world. Okay? Especially in this country. So let's just go ahead and get into it, people.
J.D. Vance, he's a candidate for Senate in Ohio, and he's got a new ad with a very, very simple question.
Are you a racist? Do you hate Mexicans? The media calls us racist for wanting to build Trump's wall. They censor us, but it doesn't change.
First of all, time out. I ain't the media, and I'm calling you a racist. Listen, when you have to question yourself is you a racist, then something's wrong with you. Like I don't second guess that do I really hate people? I don't second guess that. Nobody can actually have me second guessing if I hate people or not. Because I know I don't hate people. I don't carry myself like I hate people. I don't talk down to people. I don't discriminate against people because they're different from me. So I know I don't hate people. So I don't have to question that. So any stupid white person that gets out here and have to question yourself, oh, they're calling us racist in the media. How about you? Listen, this is how insecure some of these racists are, right? If you don't think that you are a racist, why are you responding? Listen, people, if I'm not calling you a racist, if I'm not directly calling you a racist, then you're not a racist. But if I call certain white people racist, and you somehow, some way want to get out and defend yourself, like you're defending yourself because, like, well, I believe in that, so that means I'm a racist? I don't have to tell you that. You told me what you are. You already know. Why you asking me? Then it's like, oh, well, the media, if you believe in what I believe in, the media will call you a racist. Well, we're about to find out why people call you a racist. Or anybody that rock with this idiot. This is why we call you racist. And listen, to all the Trump supporters out there, I hope your panties get in a bunch about with this show right here. Because every last one of you Trump supporters are racist to me. No ifs, ands about it. If you still rock with Trump, you're a racist to me. Because he's a racist. I don't hang around gangbangers. I don't hang around motherfuckers that shoot and kill people. Okay? I don't hang around drug dealers. So I'm not a drug dealer. You can't even accuse me of being a fucking drug dealer. Okay? So if you hang around people that says and do racist shit, then you are a racist. Okay? Like, just stop playing stupid games. We grown-ass people here. Stop playing these childish-ass games with us. You are fucking racist, plain and simple. Fuck all you Trump supporters.
Here's the truth. Joe Biden's open border is killing Ohioans, with more illegal drugs and more Democrat voters pouring into this country. This issue is personal.
People, let me just say this. You know they always like to keep bringing up drugs getting peddled over here. People, I don't give a fuck if you have the Trump policy that was cruel and unjust, or you, what they saying is open borders, which is bullshit. But anyway, okay? Listen. Drugs gonna still come here. like, what are we doing here? Like, are we gonna play stupid games like, oh, if Trump get in there, he's gonna stop all the drugs from coming over the border? You think that's the only place drugs come from, bitch? Woo! I tell you, we're amongst the stupid. We're amongst the stupid. I don't understand here. Motherfucker acting like, oh, if Trump get in office, we can stop, or I get in office, we're going to stop the drugs from coming over here. No, you ain't. Drugs still going to get here. Niggas still going to be sipping that scissor. You know why? Because it's in the stores. The doctors have it. They have the fentanyl too, you stupid bitch. You think it ain't no genius drug dealer that know how to make fentanyl, you stupid bitch. Woo! Oh, man. Shout out to Booker. What up, Booker? Listen, man. I told you we're amongst the stupid. We're amongst the stupid. And I told you, a lot of the times we're amongst the stupid or they think we stupid. You pick even poison, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Okay? So, I don't want to be in even one of those categories. Motherfucker think I'm that stupid or they just that stupid. Come on, man. Let's move on. Nigga talk about, oh, you get me in office, I'm going to stop the drugs coming over here. No, you ain't. You can close down all the borders, bitch, and drugs will still be here. Cocaine, all that shit. What up, Brother Bell? Brother Bell in the building. Listen. These bitches still think marijuana is a drug. Well, why would I take advice from a motherfucker that still think marijuana is a drug? Marijuana, somebody that took marijuana has never killed anybody. That's been so high. Nobody ever, put it like this, nobody has ever OD'd on marijuana. You might, like Cat Williams said, you might have thought that nigga was dead, but he ain't dead. These niggas, man. This shit is ridiculous, man. Please don't allow stupid white people, okay, and stupid sellout coons or whoever they may be that talk this nonsense shit. Like if they get in office or Trump get in office or any Democrat, I don't give a fuck. They ain't stopping drugs. Drugs is here to stay just like their racism is here to stay, okay? Stop playing these stupid games. Don't let these people play with y'all fucking mind, man.
I nearly lost my mother to the poison coming across our border. No child should grow up an orphan. I'm JD Vance, and I approve this message because whenever they call us...
Hey, buddy. You said you nearly lost your mama to these drugs. Me too. But I ain't out here talking about I hate Mexicans. Me too. Fuck is wrong? Listen, people. We gonna get deeper into this, how stupid this is, right? But it's just blatantly racism. So all the drugs is coming from the borders. Is that what you telling us? Is you telling us because all the drugs is coming from the border, right? From the Mexicans, the others, okay? That you almost lost your mama because of that? Really, nigga? People, let me tell you how stupid this is. We have lost more people from prescription drugs that they get from their doctors or people ODing in this country off of prescription drugs. If you talking about somebody that's doing drugs on the street or getting illegal drugs. This is a fucking fact. You don't hear about people ODing off of drugs anymore, like cocaine and shit like that no more. You rarely hear that. The new drug is the fentanyl without the fuck that shit called, the prescription drugs. Excuse me, people. My allergies acting up bad. We're not dealing with, listen, people, we're not dealing with rational people here. These people are fucking ridiculous. Listen, people, I sold the dope. Okay, never used the shit, but I know people that use this dope. I'm telling y'all, man, you don't stop crack cocaine. You don't stop none of that shit. That shit stays here. I don't give a fuck how much you crack down on drugs. That's why we need to find another way to stop people from doing drugs. But you ain't gonna never ever stop people from doing drugs. If people want to do drugs, they gonna do drugs. Okay? Just like you can't stop a racist. A racist gonna be a racist. I don't give a fuck how many times you tell them, hey man, that's racist, man. Hey man, that's racist, man. Hey man, you shouldn't be racist, man. I don't give a fuck how many times you tell a motherfucker that if it's in his core, is who he the fuck he is, he been raised this way, he's gonna be a racist. Okay. The fuck out of here, man. Listen, if you're a gangbanger, you got a chance of not being a gangbanger in the future. Okay? But a racist, that's a disease. These bitches can't help but to be racist. It's who they are, it's in their core. But this idiot, this racist, is want to sit here and tell us that he almost lost his mom to drugs because of the borders was open. Are you stupid, motherfucker? Or do you think we stupid? You think only drugs come from the border? Bitch, we create some of the drugs here too. And you ever heard of water, bitch? You ever heard of a boat? What the fuck is wrong with people, man? I'm sick of these motherfuckers, man. Told you we amongst the stupid.
You call us. We will put America first.
There's JD Vance. Vance running for
Hold on,
Senate.
people. And this whole thing you talking about, you put America first. What racism? All you talk about is the others. You ain't nothing. It's nothing unified of what they are saying. Somebody's always the enemy to them. Somebody, what up, LT? Somebody is always the enemy. Every time you hear them, it's the others or it's them or they don't know how to unify. It's not even a part of their. What America are you talking about, bitch? Your racist America? Because I damn sure don't want to live in your racist America. You gonna put America first? America first with what? Listen, man, I'm dead serious about this. If you like people like this, stay away from people like me. I don't need to be we don't need to be friends. We don't need to talk nothing out. It's nothing to talk about. It's nothing to talk about, man. I can't deal with people that think like this. It's just horrible thinking. These are horrible people. Everything's a fight. Everything's everybody else's fault. Oh, this is why this is fucked up. How about it's just because we let corporations run our country that you take money from and your colleagues take money from, and that's why shit don't get done. That's why the country is fucked up, or why this and that and this and that. You don't never want to look at that, because you know why? Because you're getting money from the same people that's helped destroying the country. But it's everybody else's fault. It's everybody else's fault because we want clean energy, clean air. We want to treat everybody equally. It's our fault. We the radicals. What? They the radicals. They so radical. They want people to have decent health care. Woo! It's scary. I'm scared of that. They the socialist people. Let me tell you something, people. Do not allow stupid people to fearmonger you. Okay? There's nothing radical about wanting people to be treated equally. There's nothing radical about inclusion. There's nothing radical about you having people get healthy, can afford health care to save their lives, their kids' lives. There's nothing radical about that. It's not leftist shit. It's not even right shit. You know what it is? It's just a human decency thing. But they play politics with people's lives. And I keep telling you about these stupid ass politicians. Stop allowing politicians to play politics with your life. And what I mean by that, you keep voting for these same idiotic people. That's why I said whoever is a Republican and still vote Republican, you're idiots to me. I'm sorry. We can't have conversations. Stop telling me how a decent, I'm not like them. Yeah, you are. Where do you think they got the ideology from? From people like you. If you ain't the radical right or the Trumpers, where you think they got the ideology from? The damn sure they didn't get it from the radical left. The scary people. You dumb goofies. Get the fuck out of here. Let's move on, people.
For Senate, as I pointed out there, and here's this new ad. Are you a racist? Do you hate Latinos, or do you say Mexicans? I'm not sure. But he's wondering, do you really know? Because they want to shed this entire connection to their racist points of view, things like this, like great replacement theories, how these Mexicans are flooding the border, they're infesting the country, they're stealing your jobs, they're rapists, they're killers, they're murderers, they're drug dealers. They can say all this.
First of all, people, half of these people that's saying this shit won't never work none of these jobs that these Mexicans talking about. I mean, that these Mexicans are working. Listen, I have my issues with some Mexicans and shit like that. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I ain't got no problem with some Mexicans, but that don't mean all Mexicans are bad. Listen, one good thing about Mexicans, they hard workers. You know why they hard workers? Because they come from nothing. A lot of them. Motherfuckers acting like Mexico's some beautiful over that bitch. Little parts of it. But any goddamn Mexican over in Mexico come from the bottom. I guarantee you that. It's very rare that you see some come from an era. Like, you know, they father, their mother was somebody. It's very rare. That's why they so good. They so much of a hard workers. People like, well, black people, we come from, listen, why black people seem like, listen, black people ain't lazy. A lot of times, listen, black people tired. We've been working hard. We done worked every job. Man, nigga, like, listen, we tired, nigga. We tired. We out here killing ourselves, stressing ourselves out at these low-paying ass jobs that ain't helping us really that much. We still stuck. We tired. And so, listen, and some of us, I'm the last of a dying breed of a generation, right? I come from hard workers. You know what I'm saying? It was installed in me. Okay, so I'm a last of a dying breed. This new generation, we hope that they wouldn't have to work this hard. So when people be like, oh, the young generation is lazy. Listen, you partly may be true a little bit, but the other part, we wanted them not to work so hard. It's like your kid. You don't want your kid struggling like you did. It's like my dad when he was overprotective where I work at, right? He was so overprotecting me. I couldn't understand why he kept doing it. I didn't like that shit. I was like, man, I can handle my own shit. What it was that he didn't want me to go through the same shit he went through with the politics at the job. It was to protect me, to want me not to go through what he went through. But for me, what I try to teach the young folks, take advantage that y'all don't have to work as hard as we do, right? That we had to, right? But humble yourself. Do what we couldn't do. You make a lot of money, you do whatever you do, work easy. Don't work harder, work easier. Right? But help people. Something that we couldn't do because we wasn't financially in some of the positions that the young folks are in today. Be humble. That's the only thing we can tell them. We can't call these kids lazy, man. We put them in this position so they wouldn't have to go through what we went through. Like, come on, man. Nigga, I'm out here killing myself. Working all these crazy delusional hours. You know why? Because I don't want my daughter to have to go through none of this shit. I don't want her to have to worry about shit when it's time for her to go to a prom or any dance or anything, or when she's ready to go to college. I don't want her to worry about any of that shit. If she want to go to college, she don't. Whatever choice she make, nigga, she financially backed. Whatever choice she make, long as it ain't no porn star, I ain't supporting that shit. She'll never see her inheritance, nigga. Dead serious about that. But anyway, but that's what I work hard for. I told you I'm the last of a dying breed. My generation's the last of a dying breed of real hard workers. And that's okay. But I'm not going to shit on the young folks. I hear that shit all the time. You hear the older people that be like, oh, they lazy. They not lazy. They just in a different generation that we help put them in so they won't have to work as hard as we did. That's all.
But then the point of that ad is to say, ignore the people who are calling out and illustrating exactly how racist our party is and how we're running on hatred. That's the point of that ad. That's all it is. So in doing that, there's some examples of when he went on with Tucker Carlson, and I mentioned great replacement theories. The leader of his party, Donald Trump.
Why is no one trying to get the invasion of the United States to stop? And why is using the U.S. military in which you served a crazy idea? Well, Tucker, because
So
our politics.
let me explain this. So you want to use our military to go down at the border to do what? And then you talking about they invading the country. Motherfucker, a lot of them are children and babies. How are some children and babies invading America, you stupid son of a bitch? But see, these are the pro-life people. Like I said, if that's the case, if you don't want no more of the motherfuckers come across the border, I don't give a fuck what country you from. You shouldn't. Nobody should get any citizenship then. If you any of them foreign basketball, no, bitch, you can't play. Listen, you temporarily can be here, but you can't stay. Once your career up, bye. I mean, if you want to handle the shit like that, but that's not how we supposed to be doing shit. This ain't the listen. But believe it or not, America been like this. Like we acting like this is new. It's not new. They want to bring in who they want to bring in. Like when they bamboozle black people to get on them slave ships. They brung us in for they let us in the country for a reason. They let our ancestors in for a reason. They wanted us here so they can enslave us. See, they only want to bring people in to feed their power, I guess. They don't give a fuck about people. They don't give a fuck about them. They don't even give a fuck about Americans that's here. And they telling us, oh, we need to worry about they're coming to invade our country to hurt us. To hurt yous. Really, nigga? Our own government don't give a fuck about poor people in this country. So why would I think that there's some type of invasion going on from another country of poor people trying to come and hurt us? I'm not saying everybody that comes from that border is all good people. I'm not saying that. But a lot of times when they talk about this invasion, the herds of people coming, they are running from something. They're talking about the vulnerable. They're talking about the people that are vulnerable that's running to this country are coming to hurt us. You got to be a horrible person to think that way. You have to be. Sorry, people. And then, like I said, when the Haiti shit happened, and the Haiti people wanted to come in, they sent them back. Oh, the blacks got to go. But they let the Pakistani people, they talking about bringing Ukraine people in and all this goofy shit. Oh, they fit the complexion. They getting something out of it. When they let certain groups of races of people in, they're getting something out of it. They probably thinking to themselves with the Haitians that we ain't letting no, we got enough black niggas here. We don't want no more black niggas. Send them niggas back. That's what happened. We already got black niggas here that's starting uproar and shit. This Black Lives Matter bullshit. We don't need no more of them goddamn niggas here. Send them niggas back. Trying to tell y'all, man. And mind you, it doesn't matter if it's a fucking Republican or a Democrat. But the problem is with the Republicans, they openly racist about it. That's my issue. I mean, all of it is an issue for me. But that's my issues with the Republicans. You blatantly opening with this shit, and you must think I should be okay with that. Yeah, all right. Let's move on. Now, hear this nonsense shit. Of course, he's on the racist network, Fox News, speaking this dumb shit.
Because our politicians don't care about their citizens. I mean, think about this. Every time that Joe Biden undoes one of Trump's immigration policies, it leads to a massive spike in fentanyl coming across our country. That kills our citizens. This is
he's talking like he's very educated. He talking like he got some sense. See, he doesn't even use his words right. So you saying even yourself is a bad politician. Trump a bad politician. Politicians don't care. When I say these politicians don't care, I mean that they don't. And always separate the few. But see, he don't even know how to use his own education. Don't know how to pronounce shit right. You including yourself. That mean you don't care about American people. Because you're a politician, right? Let's move on, man. I told you, man, this ain't rocket scientist shit here, people. These people think we stupid, and a lot of us fall for this shit. But I'm here today to make sure we don't.
Bad policy. These people are doing it by design. It's good policy from their very warped perspective because they are accomplishing the invasion of the country that they should love, but of course they don't. America's workers, but also
and when you hear some of these white Republicans, they're telling people that we the only ones that can save you because the other side wants to kill you. See, I give credit to the Democrats on this one thing of trying to reach the others. The one thing that I do respect about the left, right, the Democrats, is that they don't try to alienate everybody. Yeah, they have different ideology with the others on the right, but we still all Americans. That's what I love about the Democrats. That's why I lean more left. Every time you hear a Republican, it's always them and us. You want the fight, but then try to sit in and play victim. It makes no sense to me. How are you the aggressor, but the victim too? You started the shit. You start a fight, but then you turn into a victim. Tell me how that makes sense. Now, mind you, people, you're no victim. If you start something with me and I wind up flipping the tables on your ass and beat your ass, and you get fucked up because your intentions was to fuck me up to make me to be the victim. But I flipped the tables on you and whipped your ass, and then now you the victim because I whipped your ass. I did what you thought you was going to do to me. That is what Republicans are doing insane. We can start the shit, but then when we get caught, oh no, we ain't mean it like that. Oh, see, they're calling us racist. But you went down that road of racism and then got caught and called out. And then now you're being picked on for being called a racist, but that's the road you took. You started it. And now the shit don't work. It got flipped back around on you. You got caught. Now you the victim. This is exactly what racist people in this country does. You seen situations where racist people walk up to black people, calling them all types of niggas. Black people telling them, hey man, hey, stop that shit. Don't do that. Don't call me no fucking nigga. And the motherfucker continue to do it. And then the dude whip his ass. Or you see racist people attack black people and really thought they was getting ready to whip their ass. And then the tables get turned, they get their ass whipped. And then they're like, oh, I'm going to call the police. Oh, stop, you're hurting me. What? You started it. So, to all the stupid white people out here, okay? The stupid racist people out here in this country. Don't tell me that I'm censoring you or I'm picking on you. I'm wrong for calling you a racist. You started it. You started it. You tried to belittle people like me on some racist shit. You're doing policies to be racist. You started this shit. And now that I'm fighting back, people like me fighting back against your racism, now you're mad at us Now we the aggressors. Now we the ones that's picking on you. Oh, I don't give a fuck. You should have just left me the fuck alone. Keep your racism to yourself. But nah, you can't. So, here we are. We at a standstill. This is what we gonna do. Let's see who wins. The racists or the people that fight back against racism. Let's see who wins. But I just want to let you, I'm gonna give you a quick little thing. We ain't our ancestors. Just a little jewel to drop to you. Let's move on.
Democrat politicians who've decided that they can't win re-election in 2022 unless they bring in a large number of new voters to replace the voters that are already here. That's what this is about. We have an invasion of this country.
People, that is a conspiracy theory that right wingers like to use when they can't deliver policies that help people. They can't win elections. Listen, the Republicans, it's like a deflection, right? They always talk about, oh, the Democrats are trying to bring all these immigrants in so they can vote. People, listen, these people can't vote for years. They acting like they just coming in getting citizenship. Nigga, you just can't. Listen, you can't, listen, don't let these people bamboozle you people. You just can't come in America and get citizenship, nigga. It just, that's not how it works. Nigga, I'm gonna tell you how that doesn't, like, what he's saying doesn't make no sense. Listen, you remember eating cancer, the basketball player and shit, that all of a sudden now he's a Republican, conservative now. I don't know what the fuck wrong with this goofy nigga, right? That come from another, I don't know if it's Ukraine. Is it Ukraine or Germany? He come from somewhere, right? You know, it took him years. You know how many years he been in the NBA? It took him years to get citizenship. Damn near at least a decade. You just don't come in the country and get citizenship. And the only way you can vote is you get citizenship. It takes a long process, people. It's not easy to get citizenship in America. That's why they call it temporary citizenship. The problem is that they can't win elections without cheating, trying to stop people from voting. So now they somehow blaming the Democrats because they don't have good policies. So they say, oh, they just want to bring immigrants over here to win elections. Reflection of something that they want to do. Now, mind you, and another fact. Let me throw another fact here. Let me throw another jewel. Let me give you another alley. People, a lot of immigrants are very conservative. Just trying to tell you. Because you know why? They come from dictatorship. They come from dictator countries where they've been mistreated. So it's very easy for, like, Republican politicians and just the effect of certain states that they may live in, where it's easy to intimidate those people to lean more to what the Republicans like to do. But they don't tell you that. So the whole notion that, oh, the Democrats just want people to come in so they can have more voters. It's all a false narrative. The crazy part about this shit is that it's not hard to research some of the shit I just said. So, but that should let you know about this asshole, that if he knows what he's doing or he don't know. Either way how you look at it's bad. Because you intentionally keeping the truth from people to fit your dumbass narrative. or you just don't know. And that's even worse for you to be on the platform speaking about some shit you don't know. But anyway, let's move on.
This country, because very powerful people get richer and more powerful because of it. It's not bad policy, it's evil, and we need to call it that.
This is an invasion. When you see these caravans starting out with 20,000 people, that's an invasion. This judge is of Mexican heritage.
People, the definition of an invasion, people, is when a country, when a whole bunch of people trying to come in your country to hurt you, and you know it. Because you know why? Because when somebody comes to invade your country, they come in with weapons. Okay? That's a fucking invasion. But I told you, we're amongst the stupid. If you think I'm lying about the definition of an invasion, look it up. They invaded. You're talking about poor people with no weapons coming to your borders. It's an invasion. They invading us. They're coming to get us. Woo! Listen, hey, I give you Republicans y'all props, boy. Y'all know how to scare the fuck out of your own people. Fear mongering and shit. They coming to get us. It's an invasion. Bitch. Ain't no motherfucking invasion, bitch. Somebody come and invade your country. They got weapons, bitch, and tanks and shit. They got planes and shit dropping bombs on you, bitch. That's an invasion. Let's move on, man. This motherfucker. Donald Trump is one of the stupidest people in the world. Hey, he least top 5.
Okay, I'm building a wall. I was badly criticized for using the word invasion. It's an invasion. He's a member of a society where, very pro-Mexico. And it's also an invasion of drugs coming in from Mexico, okay? It's an invasion of drugs.
Think about what he's saying. He's talking about this an invasion with drugs. Nigga, the drugs is here too, already here. What are you talking about? Oh man. Oh, the ways that some of these white privileged people can get away with saying shit. And people believe it. People believe this shit. You got stupid people at the rally. Yeah, invasion. Invasion of drugs. Yeah, he right. You dumbass. You're dumb. You Trump supporters are dumb. I swear you're the dumbest motherfuckers alive. Seriously. You got to be the stupidest people in the world. This man, this is a cult, people. You can't call it nothing other than that. A Klan rally, maybe? But this is a cult. There's no way impossible you believe this dude. An invasion.
He's a Mexican. He's of Mexican heritage, and he's very proud of it. But how do you stop these people? You can't. There's no.
So this is how the racism starts. You hear Trump? He say he's a Mexican descent or whatever, right? But he's an American Mexican. Mexican American. He's an American. But he doesn't look. See, this is what racists do. If you ain't with them or have their skin complexion, this is how racists used to be back in the day. You're not really an American. They used to tell other European people that come from other countries, they gave them timetables when they were considered white in this country. I can't make this up. People, cause listen, and people always used to think that the Holocaust was about race, right? Partly it is, but it was mainly based on ideology. It was mainly based on that in religion. And of course, power. Race was like the last thing on the list because Hitler was a fucking Jew. He was a European just like the rest of the people he was, murdering and killing and enslaving. He was killing his own people. Listen, that's why, I'm not trying to knock what happened in Nazi Germany, people, the Holocaust. Listen, when they try to compare what the fuck we black people has been through in this country, we got enslaved by somebody that was a different race than us. So our outlook in America is way different. And even in the world, it's different for us. We look at shit differently. We ain't been enslaved by our own people. We've been enslaved by a different race of people. And then, on top of that, we have different races from other countries come over here and almost down there talk down to us and tell us we should be grateful. You know how disrespectful that is? You know how insulting that is as a black American in this country. Then you have people that look like us that come from Africa come over and tell us we need to be grateful. For what? That's why black people act the way we act in this country when it comes to racism. That's why people like me very passionate about this shit. The nerve, the galls of people to tell us how we should feel, how we should react to shit. People act like we ain't still getting mistreated. We see the video. I know everybody see the videos. Anytime I see police, it's got something to do with a black person with the police. It just reminds me of what my ancestors been through. Had a mentally ill 70-year-old woman I was watching today. I want to do a story on that. I'm watching this shit. This white bitch is laughing. This white cop is laughing, antagonizing this lady, knowing. See, this is my issue. This is why I say fuck the police. This is why I say all police are bad to me. And I don't trust any police officer. I don't give a fuck what color skin you are. She knew that this elderly black lady was mentally ill. She was going through something. She knew. She admitted it. And the police department tried to cover it up. They charged the lady with arson. What? They kept in there for 30 days. A 70-year-old woman. What up, man? Listen, don't tell me racism doesn't exist. America is not a racist country. It was built on racism, bitch. Racism ain't gone nowhere. It's still racist people here. So how the fuck America ain't racist? You think only white people can be racist? You got Mexicans, you got Chinese, all of them. Not all of them, but a lot of their races, these different races of people are racist to black people. And they got put in power over top of us. But we was the slaves here. And then these bitches come in and get all the benefits that we've been fighting for. They get jobs and all types of shit over top of black people. Positions, money, reparations over us. And they wonder why we mad. Listen, I told you the beautiful thing about black people, and this is what I love about my people. Yeah, we're a little bitter. But we don't hate you motherfuckers like you hate us. That's the beauty of our ancestors, of their spirit in us. We still want to treat people equally. Not you. But even y'all so bitter. Want to play victim. Bitch, we are victims. We are victims. I'm not playing a victim, bitch. We are victims. Black people are victims in this country. We still being mistreated. But I'm not walking around acting like a fucking victim. I'm out this bitch trying to fight for what our ancestors was fighting for. Like, the fight ain't over, motherfuckers. To my people, the fight ain't over. You don't get to relax because they let you have internet. They let you vote. Because they trying to take that shit away from you. Locking your asses up in cages for nothing. They let pedophiles out, but you get caught with some weed, you go to jail. Yeah, I can't make this up. Let's move on.
Imagine what a new color can do to transform the home you love. CertaPro Painters is ready to turn.
We're building a wall. He's a Mexican. We're building a wall between here and Mexico. And we're taking people out of the country. You wouldn't believe how bad these people are. These aren't people. These are animals.
If you are saying he can't do his job because of his race, is that not the definition of racism?
I don't think so at all. They're bringing drugs.
Woo! I forgot about that clip. I forgot about when Trump did that shit. Listen, people. Hey, if that don't tell you Trump is a racist, I can't tell you nothing else. It's nothing else I can prove to you that this man is a racist. The man just basically said he can't do his job because he's a Mexican. I'm trying to shut down he's a Mexican American. He's not even from Mexico. He's from America. He was born here. He can't do his job because he's a Mexican. That's his heritage, though. What? You telling me I can't do my job because I'm black? Because it's a black issue, I can't do my job. Is that what? Listen, I can't make listen, the man is a racist, man. The man a racist. And then he say, and then Jay Tab asked him, ain't that the definition of a racist? Of being a racist? Or saying racist shit? He's like, no, I don't think so. What? But we got to understand, Trump didn't really, he was paying people to do his work in college and school and shit. Okay? This man grew up with a silver spoon in his mouth. He haven't ever worked a hard day in his life. That's why it mind boggles the shit out of me to see regular folks acting like this dude give a fuck about regular people. Trump has always been in the spotlight from the day he was born. He's been taken care of. When your grandmother, grandparents, or whatever, or even you was struggling, this motherfucker was, living in gold Pampers and shit. His motherfucking spoon to feed him his baby food was gold. And motherfucker said, he care about us, yes. He cares about your racism. That's what he cares about, you dumb bastards. He's still making money off of them, too. They still going to these Trump rallies, giving him money, buying his merchandise. You had a dumbass Trump, well, let's go in the Trump store. They got to know they being played. Part of them got to know. They ain't that damn delusional. Don't spend no money on no goddamn racist unless I'm a racist, unless I believe in the racist shit. But they believe in it, so when I call you that, that's what you are. Man, just blatantly told you that a Mexican American couldn't do his job because he was a Mexican. Just forget that he American. But you know what? Never mind. Let's move on. I can really be real disrespectful.
He's afraid. We don't love the fact that he's got tattoos on his face. That's not a good sign.
They're bringing crime.
We don't love the fact that he's carrying the flag of Honduras or Guatemala or El Salvador, only to say he's petrified to be in his country.
They're rapists, and some, I assume.
And that's why they mad. When you see him, he mocking people that come from different, they ancestors come from, they heard this from a different country, they Honduras, whatever, Mexican. That's why when you see, I know you've seen videos of white people going to, like on people's property, tearing down Black Lives Matter flags and signs. Listen, people, you can love your country, but you can criticize. I'm just trying to understand what Trump supporters. Do you just think America is just perfect? We don't get to criticize America? And because we criticize it, that don't mean that, does that mean that we don't love America? Is that what you're telling us? Excuse me. I told y'all. This is why it's hypocritical for me. Right? Like they're hypocritical to me. Right? Like the right, right? It's okay for them. Like Matt Gaetz got up there and basically the other day was talking down to the black military dude and was talking about how bad military is and all this other shit. But when you criticize, if you're not with them and you criticize the military of how much funding and money they spending and going to wars and shit like that, then somehow you hate America. I don't understand that for the better of me. I don't understand that. They'll tell you how you are not American or you're not a patriot, you don't love America because you want to see America do better. You want to see change that helps all people, right? But then they can get here on national platforms, on TV, and sit there and tweet and all this other goofy shit they do and big up Putin, knowing that he's an enemy to America too. But you bigging up Putin. You riding with Putin. This nigga Trump actually got on the national stage with Putin and said, I asked Putin, did he interfere in our elections? He said no, so I don't see why I don't believe him. Over our own American intelligence. But that's okay. Trump could do that. You okay with that. But Colin Kaepernick can't take a knee. Man, please. And then to the stupid military people that was out there got mad at Colin Kaepernick. He was disrespecting the motherfucker. Trump just disrespected the military when he was up there riding with Putin, bitch. When he said he believed Putin over our intelligence. Shit that you fight for, bitch. Don't tell me how mad you at Colin Kaepernick for taking a knee, bitch, for police brutality in this country. You stupid bitch. He sided with a foreigner. But you more patriotic than me. Suck my dick. You more patriotic than Colin Kaepernick. Suck his dick too. Fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck who they are. I wish anybody still mad at Colin Kaepernick for taking a knee. Fuck y'all. You should be mad at Trump too then, bitch.
If he's asked that question, Ida, are you a racist? I wonder what Donald Trump would say, because he has been asked that question. And Donald Trump said, I don't see any problem with me going after Latinos for who they are and where they come from and what I deem is their belief system.
Well, I mean, you don't have, it doesn't matter what you say, right? It just matters what you do. It doesn't matter what you say. I can tell you that, you know, I love children and then go out and beat a bunch of them with a belt and just say, you know what I mean? It's just like, we have to stop listening to what people are saying and paying attention to their actions, because they tell us what we want to hear and then they go and do whatever they want to do. I think it's just funny to hear this. I thought that ad felt like a sketch from SNL, like come from like the comedy realm. It felt like an SNL sketch. The fact that he said the border lets you know how ignorant he is, because people who come from that border come from Guatemala, they come from El Salvador, not just Mexico. The fact that he put all the Latinos, unless he's specifically just talking about Mexicans, I mean, I would be interested in hearing about the Eastern Europeans who come here and commit crimes like human trafficking, who to come here and do insurance fraud, who come here and do a whole bunch of other crimes that affect the economy.
Mind you, you have a politician. These bitches talking about pedophiles and all this other shit. The left is talking about the judge is okay with pedophilia and all that other shit, and she defend terrorists and shit like that. Well, what the fuck you call Putin? Putin is a terrorist, nigga. He's a war criminal. And you bitches is out here was defending Putin. So what that make you? Then you talk about pedophile. Matt Gaetz is being investigated, allegedly trafficking young women across the states. What up, Top? What up, Shay Babe? Shout out to the OBF family in the building. With some of us. Listen. But these people are really sitting here telling us that they condone. Okay. I know y'all heard this story. I know y'all have seen this already. In Tennessee, the Republican Party tried to pass a law to do some fake outrage with gay marriage, right? But the whole agenda in that bill, it wasn't even about the gay people, right? That was just a little bonus, a little front that they threw up. The thing was the legalized teen marriage, child marriage, or some shit like that. That was their point, because you know that you could be 17 and get married with your parents, saying that you can in Tennessee. Let me ask you a question, people. Who in their right mind, as a grown-ass person, want to fuck a 17 or 16-year-old kid? I don't give a fuck how developed they look. You know they're a child. Why the fuck would you want to do that? Or marry that child? Knowing that child brain ain't even nowhere fully developed yet. Who in their right mind thinks like that? A pedophile. So if you want to be real about it, the Republicans that was okay with passing that dumbass bill in Tennessee, taking the age restriction off of marrying children, you're the real pedophiles. For you to just think that it's okay to people just get guns, it's just they right to have it without no restrictions, you're the real murderers. You condone violence. Because everybody shouldn't have a fucking gun. Just like everybody can't be a judge. Like everybody's not qualified for certain shit to have. And for a goddamn good reason. If you're unqualified, how the fuck you supposed to do a job? You're going to do a horrible job. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to fuck up. You're going to put other people in danger. Especially in certain different occupations. How could you have somebody that doesn't have a license, never drove a day in their life, you put them behind the wheel to drive you anywhere without them knowing how to drive, putting your life in there? Would you do that? But there's a lot of restriction for people to get their goddamn driver's license. And I know plenty of people that know how to drive since the age of fucking 12 or 10 years old and never got a license. And probably can drive better than the average motherfucker that got a license. But you still won't give them still won't let them drive. It's still a crime, you goofy bastards. It's still a restriction. But anyway, let's move on. I told you, a lot of this shit is common sense. A lot of it is just stupidity that we allow people to keep telling us nonsense shit.
economy, the humanity of this country, not just people who come from brown areas. I'm tired of the talking point about immigration belonging specifically and solely to Central Americans. When people migrate here from Asia, they come from Africa, they come from Europe. But the fact that you would allow someone this ignorant to, be in charge of, being your spokesperson for the policies that affect your everyday, affect your children's education, your health care, everything that happens in your orbit these are the people that you are employing. And he's wasting this time to ask you for your vote by telling you he's not racist and that somebody did something to his mother, as opposed to using this time to tell you, this is what I'm going to do to make your life better. And that is why you need to pay attention to these.
Thank you, sister. Thank you. This is why I blame voters. I put 50% on voters of why the country is fucked up. Are you, like some people, are you serious? Like, instead of him coming up with policies that actually help, come with something that actually makes sense. Give me some policies. You're just giving me culture war shit. Culture war policies. Critical race theory. We're going to stop critical race theory. That's culture war policies. That don't help me. That don't help my child. How's that helping me? Because regardless if you put that dumbass bill and it goes through, it still doesn't stop me from telling my kid that racism exists in this country. You stupid bastards. I don't give a and first of all, they ain't even teaching critical race theory in the school. That's how ridiculous the culture war policy is. It's a culture war policy. And that's all he's doing. Invasion from the border. It's culture war. You ain't stopping the Chinese from coming over this bitch. And some of them here illegally. Some of them come on the planes, come to visit, and don't leave. Go to Chinatown, nigga. Fuck out of here. There's plenty of European people over here illegally still here. But you don't got no task force to get them the fuck up out of here. ICE only focus on the Mexicans and the blacks. They are not out here trying to follow where the Chinese at, where the Europeans at that's here illegally. Nope. Nope. Motherfucker think you can only come across the border, be in this country, coming from the border. That's the only way you come over here and get in the country illegally. Bullshit. Boats, planes, all that shit, nigga. Say we just on vacation and never leave. It happens every day. Look it up. Google, nigga. I don't give a fuck what you do, but stop allowing these stupid people to tell you that these people are our enemies. Listen, man. Listen, the people in this country that's in power, the corporations, these racist ass politicians, these sellouts, are our enemy. Because they don't give a damn about the American people that's here. They're using us for votes and power and money. Taking advantage of us. And we just sitting there and keep voting for these stupid motherfuckers. Anyway, let's move on.
To these people, because yes, the president matters, but those are the people that affect your specific area, and those are the people you need to be focusing on.
I'm glad you brought up his background, because some of his background is that he's talking about the potential drug trafficking, people who are affected by it, and one was his mother. This isn't me breaking any kind of news, because he's talking about how it's a personal deal for him. His mother was addicted to drugs, and he, I guess, suggested that he was abandoned a bit by her because of that. So when we're talking about people who are addicted to drugs in the country, what kind of
instead of you being mad that your mama decided to choose drugs over you, you're choosing to get mad at people that you don't know for sure that's bringing drugs in this country. I can't make this up, people. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. You know, whatever, man. And the reason I'm taking real offense to this shit, or what this dude is suggesting, is that my mom was on that shit. I have plenty of family members that was on this shit. I'm blaming niggas from the border, or what my family members or friends of mine, whoever they was, or my mom decided to choose drugs, the addiction, over me. But instead of me being mad at them, I'm mad at the motherfuckers that I don't know for sure, that's bringing this shit over here. Are you serious? But this is somebody stupid people are out here supporting and voting for. What up, man? Listen, and people probably get mad at me and say he keeps saying the same shit over and over again. Listen to me, people. We amongst the stupid. And it's very frustrating to be amongst these stupid motherfuckers because they dumb you down. That's why I don't like these stupid people in my presence. I don't want to talk to them. You're not gonna dumb me down. I got a very good high IQ. I don't want you to lower my fucking IQ with your stupidity, your fear-mongering, your culture war bullshit. People, listen, I'm going to tell you something. I seen a lot of fucked up shit in my life. Honestly, seriously, I seen a lot of fucked up shit. I've been through a lot of shit in my life. People, I'm a grown-ass man. I have never seen so many stupid people in my life. In my lifetime. Never seen so many stupid people. But listen, they tell you, I heard this from a OG of mine, right? He told me when your eyes open up to the world, when your eyes open up to the reality of what's really going on around you, you start seeing all types of horrible shit that you thought was okay. Come to find out, it's horrible shit going on right in front of you. You see it. And you like, what the fuck? Thanks to my OG. Because he was exactly right. The shit that I'm seeing and I'm hearing and I'm listening to, it's the most horrible shit I have ever seen in my life. People, and I've been through some shit in my life. I got friends got their head blown off in front of me. Okay? I done seen death. I done dealt with death. People, the audacity of human beings are sitting here playing with people's lives over power and politics. And for a vote so they can rise up. It's disgusting. It ain't a drug dealer out here that nigga, listen, yeah, they did horrible shit. I seen horrible shit people could do. Not in this way of manipulating people. I have never seen no shit like this. That's why I said the biggest gang is these motherfucking politicians. You can tell me about the Crips and Bloods all you want, nigga. I can go holler at some Crips and Bloods niggas. Have a conversation with them. Tell them, hey, man, what's up, man? You doing fucked up shit out here. And we can have conversations. You can't have no conversation with these stupid people. And like I said, if they ain't stupid, they think we stupid. So either way you pick that poison, it ain't good. It's not good. Like I'm actually truly offended by the stupid people. Because if you that stupid or you think we that stupid, it's still offensive to me. I'd rather for somebody to be so naive and don't know nothing. I have a better understanding. But the people that do know is intentionally trying to misrepresent shit, intentionally giving half-truths, or just blatantly lying. And I'm supposed to be okay with that. You know why? Because they say, well, we are Americans. Nah. I don't feel American. I'm just black that lives in America. I'm a black person that lives in America. Ain't nothing American about, nigga. I don't even know what America even stands for anymore. My honest opinion. I'm highly disgusted of this country. We got some of the most inhumane people in power in running this country. And it's fucking horrible to see. It's saddening, actually. Let's move on.
Energy do we give to that? In general, especially people like this who are perpetuating war on drugs and saying it's certain folks. Do we picture J.D. Vance's mother? And then when we picture J.D. Vance's mother, do we then say, look at that filthy drug addict. I can't believe she's destroying our country. Because that's what we say about most every other person that's addicted to drugs in the country. They're not victims of it. They don't have
right. And he right about it. Because you listen to Tucker Carlson, look at these filthy animals, these homeless, these drug addicts. They talk down to people that's on drugs. So I think we should be able to do this with this racist mother. But you know what? Decent people don't do shit like that. Listen, man, this country is horrible, man. This country horrible. And listen, and I always keep trying to tell people a lot of the times, right? I try to, your good gotta outweigh your bad. America been bad for so long and been mistreating people for so long. They do a couple of good things and then they act like everybody's supposed to be okay with this shit. Okay with the bad shit. No. Your good don't outweigh your bad. America is no different than Russia, nigga. I'm dead serious about that. That's why you see these idiots out here defending Russia. They know. They know. I'm sorry, the Russian government and Putin and them. They ain't no different than a dictator country. America is no different. I'm telling y'all that. They try to play like we better than everybody. Man, get the fuck out of here. The fuck out of here. Listen, people, I'm going to explain something to you very, very clearly. If you don't know, now you know. That's why a lot of countries around the world hate us. They literally hate us. Because we out here faking the funk. They know what's really going on with our country. But American people are sitting there acting like we the greatest shit ever. A lot of us are doing that shit. We over committing war crimes and shit like that. You don't think that George Bush is a war criminal? Nigga, please. Barack Obama, all of them. And to somehow military people, just because you brainwashed to go do something, don't act like you shouldn't use morals on some of the tactics that you used to go and kill innocent people, motherfucker. We go to sacrifice our lives. You chose to go do that. Nobody made you. Nobody made you. So you choose to go be a killer. Fuck out of here. Motherfuckers like, Kenny, you just said, nigga, I gotta tell my little brother that. He chose to go. I tell him that all the time. Nigga, I don't hide nothing. And whatever I say to somebody, I say that shit to people I care about that this shit that's inhumane or morally wrong. The fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Man, I would have my little brother on here, but it shit'll go left. Yeah, some of the conversations I had with my little brother, man. Fuck out of here with that shit. Tell me, fuck, never mind. Let's just move on.
The problems that led them down that road, they're just horrible people. But when you use it for political purpose to say how much you hate Mexicans, then you say my mother was a victim of their drug trafficking. I thought drug addicts were dirty human beings that are destroying our country and shouldn't be doing this and deserve no sympathy, no empathy, and absolutely no help. They need to pull themselves up by their bootstraps, unless you're J.D. Vance's mom and unless he wants to run for the Senate.
Right.
That's
Well,
not
my mom, I'm sorry. My mom is addicted to drugs and she's addicted to opiates. So should I be holding all the white rich families and big pharma responsible for my mother's addiction, because we have if that's the case, then we have.
And you know what? And she makes sense, and that's what I'm saying. Listen, people. They party have to take responsibility. Everybody do. It's no different than, you know. The sad part about this is, like I said, he's trying to blame everybody that's coming from that border. He's not saying some of the people. He's saying people that's coming from the border or coming from these countries are bringing drugs. He's saying all of them are doing it. That doesn't make any sense. You don't know that. It's impossible for him to know that. So it's a lie, right? So just like when I sold dope, at the time, I didn't know how much I was harming my community. Right? Now, thought I wasn't doing anything wrong to a certain extent, right? I was out there trying to get my paper, you know, coming up. I didn't know that I was hurting my community. Even though I didn't make these people get on drugs. I didn't make them get addicted to this shit. I wasn't the first drug dealer that gave them their first pill. But it was some people I probably did give them their first pill to get high and get addicted. Right? So I got to take a little responsibility into that, because now that I'm old enough, I realize, like, I helped destroy some of these people. Because you know why? I should have never been out of it. I should have never been out there doing that shit, serving people with that poison and helping their addiction. Because that's basically what I did. That's all a fucking drug dealer is. You help people with addictions. That is way different than this stupid bastard, this racist, is saying, I want to stop everybody from the border coming over here because they're bringing drugs over here, because them drugs that they bring from the border was the reason that my mom got addicted. Are you stupid? Whatever, man. We in La La Land. This is La La Land, man. I don't even know what the fuck going on no more. How did he know that? How he know any of those pills or these people, which one of them did it? He can't name which one did it that turned his mom into a drug addict. It's impossible. As a drug dealer, I couldn't tell you, did I give somebody their first pill? Most likely I probably did, but I can't be for sure about that. He gave them their first pill that got them addicted to drugs. That's why it's impossible to blame people that's making medicine to help people, put all the blame on them. We got to blame Big Pharma. You can't do that. You can't blame all the doctors. You think every doctor that prescribe drugs to people, right, thinking that these people going to get addicted, and they warn people too. Doctors warn you. Don't take too many, they warn you about the effects and all that shit. So we just gonna sit and blame all the doctors, huh? All the Big Pharma. No, it is some bad doctors, okay? That's why you say some. You don't blame everybody. Certain shit you can say everybody or all of them. Some shit you gotta say some people. Or some this and some that. Like I said, these motherfuckers need to use their vowels, but they intentionally not saying some and all that other shit for culture war talking points. Because if you say all these people coming from the border bringing drugs and shit, and they coming to invade your country, it sound better It's a bigger fear. Because being honest, people will realize maybe it ain't that bad. Right? You see, you be honest about shit, people look at shit differently. When you lie to people, yeah, you can scare the fuck out of people. But anyway.
A serious problem that's a domestic issue with the people in our own country who are killing so many people in this country, and they're egregious. Am I racist? Do I hate white people? Absolutely not. But the reality of it is that if we
that's what they saying. They basically saying if you're about equality, people come the right way, and sometimes people can't come the right way because they in so much danger from their country, so they sneak in, and we find out about that. Let's have a little bit of humanity for them, right? If you feel that way about people like that, or you want people to have high the minimum wage high so people can live better in the country to provide for their family, or better health care, or you don't believe in Christianity or any of the religion that they believe in, or you don't stand to salute America and the flag, you hate white people, or you call racism out, bigotry, homophobia, somehow you're bad. You don't kiss the ring of a racist, and somehow you bad. You the bad person. You the one racist. You're racist against white people. What? Did I lie about George Washington, nigga? Wasn't he a racist? Wasn't he a slave owner? Wasn't he a rapist? Wasn't he okay with slavery, bitch? But I'm the racist. I hate white people. Man, whatever, man.
Talk about drugs and we want to talk about addiction and we talk about the problem in this country, we need to go a little further up than just Mexicans that are running across the border selling drugs for survival because we destabilize their countries, and what they're doing is wrong, or what they're doing is a result of something bigger than them. They don't fly the planes in. They don't have the power. You talking about people who selling dime bags on corner? Let's talk about the real drug dealers. Let's go up to the corporations and the politicians who are heavily involved in the drug trade globally, not just domestically. We want to talk about drug dealers.
That's what I told you. Some of these politicians are the biggest drug dealers in the country. They're the biggest criminals in the country, even globally. All the dark money that they get from these disgusting corporations, all the back alley deals they do. Listen, what's his name? Cawthorn, the little nigga in the wheelchair that even lied about his own accident. But anyway, that little racist piece of shit. Okay, listen. He wasn't lying about them motherfucking Republicans probably offered them to come to one of them orgy, cocaine, Klan parties. He ain't lying. That's why it always mind boggles me when I hear Republicans talking about, oh, the Hollywood elites. Bitch, y'all bitches doing cocaine and off-brand sexual shit. Listen, a lot of these politicians is all in types of all freaky shit. A lot of them. Having all types of orgies and shit. Fucking dudes, women. They doing all types of shit. Swing parties. They doing all that shit. Snorting cocaine, fentanyl. They doing that shit. Look at Matt Gaetz. That motherfucker look like he on that shit. Look at Lord Donald Trump Jr. He look like he on that shit. But the talking points is always the elite Hollywoods. Bitch, y'all are too. What are you talking about? Half of these been talking about, oh, gay people, they don't like gay people. Half of them are probably gay. Half of them probably done did some old gay shit at parties. I guarantee you that. That's why they, listen, they hate gay people because they don't want to come out and talk about all the freaky deaky shit that they did or they want to do. They just ain't got the balls to do it. Think about a lot of the child molesters. They're usually somebody that is in religion. And mind you, in they word, the ideology of the Bible or whatever, in their religion, they're against gay marriage. They're against gay people. But they wind up doing gay acts to children, little boys, little girls. They do gay shit. But in their eyes, it's not gay. But they hate gay people. I'm a manly man. Anytime you hear motherfuckers say that dumb, goofy shit, you know they didn't listen. They most likely thought about some gay shit, they want to do it, or they already done it. I question a lot of people manhood, especially men. That fucks with gay people. I question it. Cause why would you care? It doesn't matter. They still a person. I don't give a fuck who they have sex with. Listen, you got Bruce Jenner out this bitch, the biggest racist, he transgender. You give a fuck who having sex with who the fuck do they want to be a woman, man? I don't give a fuck. Who cares? I question anybody that always fucking with gay people. I question them. Especially men. I question they sexuality. Seriously. Who the fuck cares? Spend more time giving a fuck about who gay and who not. I don't give a fuck who they fucking. Nigga, that's rule number one. Don't talk about what goes on in my bedroom. You don't talk about that shit unless you're amongst friends. That you doing stories out of something. But other than that, I don't give a fuck with such doing across the street who she or he fucking. Ain't my business. Long as ain't nobody getting raped, I don't care.
Dealers, and let's talk about the real drug dealers, and let's find out who we really should be blaming for JD's mom being on drugs. And the fact that he used the word orphan, come on.
Right,
bro.
and hold on,
Like,
and we need to figure out, did his mom get addicted to prescription drugs? Just because you can get prescription drugs on the street doesn't mean that she got addicted from the streets. Because it's very far-fetched at this privileged white man that his mom was in the streets getting these drugs. It's very impossible. She most likely got it from a doctor and got addicted, probably had some surgery or whatever and got addicted, nigga. But you blaming motherfucking drug dealers. Man, please, man. You blaming other people. Please, man. Anyway. It's almost over, people.
like, stop.
Yeah, you got to be a man of the people at the right times when you need to appeal to them.
At MedStar Health.
And that's the bad part about it. How can you take somebody this serious with this when the motherfucker, like, I need to know the story of your mom. How'd she get addicted? What, was it from somebody from the border? Did she go in the streets to get those drugs first? Or did she get addicted from the doctor that she got those drugs from? It's so disingenuous. It's so disingenuous. Because I can tell you how my mom got addicted to drugs. I can tell you exactly how. And it ain't had nothing to do with a doctor. Nigga, she was at a party, and motherfuckers would start doing cocaine or whatever, and she got hooked. My mom used to be a nurse. She was in nursing school. She lost all that shit. And I'm talking about in the midst of 6 months, it was all gone. It was all gone. That's why I tell people, listen. That's why I never did, I would never, and you never can say never, but I promised myself that I would never fuck with drugs. Like, that's why I kind of, listen, I get a little buzz with alcohol and shit like that, right? Listen, it was a period of time where I was drinking too much alcohol. And I seen I had a problem. My dad had a problem with alcohol and drugs, and my mom had a problem with drugs. And, my mom to this day won't pick up a drink. My dad won't pick up a drink. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all addictive shit, right? It all can lead, you start drinking, it can lead back into that craving that they get for drugs. You get what I'm saying? But they can be around people that drink and smoke marijuana and shit like that. They can be around people like that. But they wouldn't ever go and be around people doing drugs, doing crack and shit like that. They would never be doing that. But I always promised myself I would never be addicted to anything. You get what I'm saying? And I almost lost myself to the point where I thought that I was turning into an alcoholic when I was young. Because I was just, you got so much shit going on in your life and all the pain and people passing away and shit like that. So you try to, you drinking and you addicted to shit to tune out the pain. And I was watching myself. It's like I was watching myself fall apart. That's why you don't ever really see me drink liquor and shit like that. I don't smoke marijuana. Like, here and there, I take a puff here and there, but it ain't no shit that I normally would do. Like, I rarely drink alcohol. It's very rare that I even drink alcohol, right? But I'm talking about like hard liquor. I just don't fuck with shit like that, right? But the great thing about me is I ain't say the great thing, but the best thing about me was that I'm very self-aware. I see shit happening to myself or things happening around me that I know is wrong. But that's where that inner strength come in, that where I need to stop that shit. But then you still need people to tell you fucking up. You need that. And that's why I don't have yes men and yes women around me. I'll tell me the motherfucking truth. Because if you had that, then you will think, a lot of times you'll think what you're doing is right. And it's wrong. Like, it's great. Listen, man. Listen, for me, seeing my mom, because I wasn't there when my dad was getting high and shit like that. I wasn't around him. And he wasn't in my life like that for me to see him. When I finally knew, like, kind of had a thing of who my dad was at a certain age, right? Because he wasn't there, but when I finally knew who he was, I started to see him. He already went to rehab and he was in the better shape. Like, he was good. Like, you know what I mean? He was working on himself and shit. So he wasn't doing drugs and shit like that. But to see my mom go through that shit, it devastated me. Even still to this day, it fucks me up. It fucked me up. And to see and at the same time, see the effects that it has on my mind to this day. Did I throw my damn lighter away? I threw my other lighter away. Ain't that about a bitch? But to see the effects that shit, after she's sober, the effects that it has on her mental state, it hurts. And it still hurts because I can't have a relationship with her because of the effects from the fucking drugs. So, I didn't have her then and I don't have her now. It's heartbreaking. I'm not mad at her. Like, you get what I'm saying? I'm not upset at my mom. She got addicted to some shit. Like, partly is her fault, but the other part is really not. But it hurts. I can't be around my mom. I can't even talk to her like that. I can't talk to her for long. Like, it hurts. Like, but that's why I said to myself, I'll be a better parent to my kid. That's like a lot of times my wife be thinking I'll be overdoing shit for my daughter. And it's mainly because I probably do it a lot because of the simple fact that even as a grown-ass man that's 40 years old and about to be 41 in a couple of months, I still can't have that relationship with my moms. I still can't be as close to my dad that I want to because, I really, like, when it comes to my dad, I just don't need him like that. You understand? I don't know if people understand that. I just don't need him. It's not that he a bad person or nothing like that. He don't want to be in my life and shit like that. It's just, we in two different types of places too. You get what I'm saying? And my dad, he an older gentleman. So it's like, I don't want to bring my bullshit. I want my dad to live, like, you know what I mean? Let him live his best life. You know what I'm saying? He just retired and shit like that. He had a scare with skin cancer and shit like that. So, I don't, but I just don't need him like that. And it's not to disrespect him or say I don't love my dad or nothing like that. It's just I don't need him in certain shit in my life. I just don't need that. I've been alone for so long. And I built my own family. It's like I kind of really don't need a lot of that shit. You know what I mean? We talk, we hang here and there, but it's not like a father and son relationship. And my mom, I just don't have a relationship with. So, but it hurts though. It hurts. I think about this shit a lot of times. It's just life though. But I can't blame other people for that. I only can blame myself or blame the person that made this situation the way it is. Like, I'm not saying everybody blame motherfuckers at the border. I think that guy need to go to counseling, like I did. Like, go to counseling. How do you blame a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of poor people that you don't know for sure that's bringing drugs over? So you mad at, like, it's just weird shit, man. I don't really understand that shit. But anyway, people, we can already do another story. We're gonna do another story, people. We'll be right back with another live stream, and hopefully I can get the OBF members in here in about 2 or 3 hours, and we chop it up. But I appreciate everybody rocking with me. Shout out to the OBF members in the chat and shit rocking with me, the people out here rocking. Leave your comments, hit that like button, support your boy. It's your boy Kenny Man. Support this channel, OBF the Family channel. And show you supported people. Tell somebody that knows somebody to come and subscribe to the channel, people. We trying to get our subscribers up over here. Don't worry, people. I'm coming out with my new shows coming out next week. I'm launching it next week. Mr. OBF, that's what it's going to be called. And I'll let everybody know when they can go and subscribe. I'll probably let y'all know a day before when I finally launch the first show on that channel. But yeah, man, if you can, people, donate to the Cash App. We highly appreciate it. We don't give a fuck what the amount is. We don't care. It's just highly appreciated. Go to OBF, the real Cash App, and donate to the channel, people. I'll be back with the next story. It's your boy Kenny Man. Peace and love to the world.
Hey, it's Shay. I've been deemed the mother of OBF, which means I care for this channel. I care for each and every member of this channel. I've been kicking it with OBF for more than 6 years, which means I'm not new to this shit. I'm true to it. I believe in the intent of this channel. I believe in the mission, which is to inform, to educate, to notify, and to discuss. Here, we talk about everything, the latest and the greatest. You're going to get our opinions. You're going to get the facts raw and uncut, straight up real, 100%. Besides doing that, I think we've created something that haven't been done yet on this YouTube platform. We've created a squad that not anybody could be a member of. You have to be real. You have to be inspirational. You have to be positive. And most of all, you have to be consistent. You probably see on the show, we fight. We fight for our opinions. We fight for what we believe in. We fight, yes, as a family. But behind the scenes, we love even harder. Here at OBF, the squad, we are not kinfolk. We are straight up family. And I'm proud to be a member. Shay out. OBF for life.